Hi everyone, my name is Elijah Galicchio. I'm a 27-year-old IT nerd who picks heavy things up occasionally. And to make things a little weirder, I was homeschooled since the middle of elementary school. I've lived in West Virginia for most of my life, except for a short time where I lived in Maryland and California. And today I wanted to share a few things that make me me. So the first two things here go hand in hand. We have music and dancing. Some of my earliest memories were of my mom and my uncle teaching a group of kids how to hula dance and sing, and we were all going to perform later that night. My mom's an amazing musician. She taught me how to play guitar when I was a teenager, and after her and my dad split up, it was something that we could connect over no matter the distance. Dancing, I didn't have as great a relationship with as music. I didn't really like practicing the recitals. I didn't like the traditional forms of dance like salsa and tango, but I did see a live dance group, and ever since then, I knew I wanted to at least try breakdancing. I got pretty good at it. I really liked the power moves and the acrobatics and all that flashy stuff. Um, but for the most part, I just was practicing wherever I could with whoever I could. We even went to the Annandale Nova campus a few times, and I've met a lot of great people through dancing, some lifelong friends, and it was really cool to see something that you practice come to fruition when you performed it. So this is me playing paintball here. I first was exposed to paintball for a kid's birthday party when I was really young, and after that first game, I was really hooked. My first job was actually at a paintball field with my brother and a few friends, and we actually formed a team and played across the United States competitive paintball. We worked up to the middle and higher divisions, and we had mixed results. We won a few tournaments and bombed out of a bunch, but it was really fun just to play something that I liked with a group of people that I liked because I didn't have that traditional high school sports experience being homeschooled. I also learned how to be a team player and put the team above me, even if they were being jerks. So this here is a picture of me 6 months after I started training mixed martial arts. This is my first jiu-jitsu tournament where I got third. Uh, Mixed martial arts was something that really stands out to me because I got into it without the influence of anyone else. A lot of people I knew watched MMA, but no one really wanted to train it. So one night I saw a commercial for a local gym. I contacted them and went in there that night and didn't look back. That was Fairfax Jiu-Jitsu. You can see on the jersey there. I had aspirations going pro. I was training 4 to 6 days a week, sometimes twice a day. I've met so many great people and learned so much in the gym, but unfortunately, I never got to do a full MMA fight just due to injury. I did do grappling and a few kickboxing events. I had good success with those. But the most important thing that I learned from MMA was how to be coached and when to just shut up and let someone who knows way more than you speak. The next thing here is just working out in general. Throughout all of these things, I was doing some form of exercise. I've trained in almost all of the major facets. I've done bodyweight stuff, CrossFit, geared powerlifting. My mom and dad were big into it in the 90s. They were in the bodybuilding wave. My dad has a set from the 80s, which I used for the first few years of training until I actually joined a commercial gym. Um, Even though I've been training for so long, it wasn't up until recently that I really figured out how to set a long-term goal and achieve it. And once that clicked, I started getting better gains and I started carrying that over into other portions of my life and adapting that mindset to everything that I do. So this last picture here is probably the least glamorous. This is just the IT industry as a whole and computers in general. I've been around those my entire life. My dad worked in IT for as long as I can remember. By the time I was 16, I'd already built a handful of computers. This is the one that I built when I was 18 for my birthday. I never saw myself working in the industry just because everything else I did was so physical. I thought I'd be in the fitness industry to some capacity, but series of unfortunate events made me use my basic computer knowledge to get a job to avoid moving back home. And one thing led to another, and I started working for the startup that I work for now. I started as their junior associate and worked up to be their systems administrator. And I'm really happy with what the industry has to offer me. I'm happy that it turned out that way. and I'm still learning a lot from it. So thank you for your time. I hope you learned a little something interesting about me and maybe took something away for yourself.